Hello, dear friends. Today we are privileged to celebrate the wonderful feast of our Lord Jesus Christ, King of the universe. It's quite an amazing title when you think that this is bestowed upon Jesus of Nazareth, born of Mary in a stable, and yet now we celebrate him as King of the entire universe. This feast was established by Pope Pius XI about 100 years ago, 95 years ago to be exact. But it was after the Vatican Council that this feast was placed at the very end of the liturgical year. So now we conclude the entire year celebrating all the primary themes of our faith. And this feast of Christ the King concludes that year, and then next week we will begin to enter into the season of Advent, anticipating the coming of Jesus once again. In our first reading, and from the book of Samuel, we see how, to quote the scriptures, when all the elders of Israel came to David, King David made an agreement with them there before the Lord, and they anointed him King of Israel. David was the king, the great king of Israel, and yet that was a temporary kingship. Jesus, we learn from Paul in his letter to the Thessalonians, to the Colossians rather, that Jesus is the image of the invisible God. He has a kingship that will never end. He reveals to us all that is visible and invisible, thrones or dominions or principalities. He is before all things. He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead. So you can see from our readings how exciting this feast is. But what really touches me when I think of Jesus as King of the universe takes me to the cross, and that's precisely where we go with the Gospel of Luke. The throne of Christ our King is the wood of the cross. Jesus suffering on the cross. The cross became his throne. And it was at the cross when he said to the good thief, "This day you will enter into my kingdom. You will enter into paradise." There is a parallel for me in my own prayer, and perhaps for you as well. We think of Jesus at the cross. We think of Mary, his mother. Mary has been crowned Queen of heaven and earth, angels and saints. And yet her throne was not a golden throne. Her throne was sitting at the foot of the cross. And so we come again to the cross. The Jesus crowned King of all the universe, but it all began on the wood of the cross. So this is a glorious day, and we thank God for this wonderful feast. May you have a wonderful conclusion of this liturgical year as we look forward to the holy season of Advent as well. God bless you.